There you go, finally got one off the Buzzbait, guys. First one of the year. Oh, it's a decent one. Oh, it's the biggest one so far. Oh, yes. If you want the gills, we got the skills right here at 302 Fishing. Good morning, welcome back to the channel here. If you're brand new or you still haven't already done so, smash that subscribe button, click that notification bell, give us that big fat thumbs up if you like this episode, help us out in suggested videos, and of course, drop a comment below. Let's get into this. I have been for the whole week trying to cobble an episode together so I can try to get ahead of the game here on our channel, and Mother Nature was just not having it this week, man. Winds, we had a couple cold fronts come through, and the big bass are just not hitting right now. Just little babies, guys, and I'm not about putting those episodes up in front of you, man. You guys want to see the donkeys, and that's what I am prepared to do here once I come out here and try to fish today. So we had a cold front that came through 2 days ago. Like I said, we got a beautiful day right now. It's about 82 degrees. Right now it's 74. Before we reach that high of 82, we've had 70s and even mid 80s during the week. But I see a lot of activity out here. We see a lot of surfacing out here. Promising things are happening. I see minnows, as I told you, over the past couple weeks, but now the bluegills, as of yesterday, are starting to come in. And you know, the bass are gonna start attacking those bait fish because that's their forage, man. So hopefully we get that situation going on right now. Picked out a couple random baits here. We're gonna start off with a frog. You can notice all the algae that's sitting right along the edge right here. We're gonna see if we can possibly get a topwater action going on right now, but I don't think so. But we got jigs. We got as well a summer craw that's on the end of the line. We're just gonna toss it out there, guys, and hopefully if we're lucky, we get a big fat green bee bag on the end of this line, because this pond does hold them here too as well. There's a 9-pounder roaming around there. Let's make our way down here. We are gonna go opposite what we traditionally do when we're on this body of water here. Normally you see me starting off the episode way across the way right here, across the other bank, over in that opening right here. But again, I wanna stay right here first before the sun gets a little too high. I wanna toss this frog around here. And I'm sure you can notice, as I mentioned, there's a whole bunch of algae right here. And I just want to see if something might bust up here real quick here before we get really involved with the jigs and the soft plastic here. But we got a little bit of wind here I got to contend with. So it might make this frog sail. Hopefully it doesn't get caught up on things. But give me a moment to get it out of this little holder here. There we go. And we're going to put a couple tosses out there. Be awesome if we could start off with a giant first thing. But I've been seeing a couple little fish fight up in here underneath the algae. It's kind of giving me the reason why I think something might be here. It doesn't look like we're gonna get a blow up here. So let's go ahead and reel a frog up. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time doing that. And I think we're gonna pick up first and go with this summer craw, which is, again, a little bit more activity in fishing that bait than a jig, because, you know, the jig's kind of finessey and slow. But here it is. Obviously you see the green pumpkin out here, black blue we use all the time. I saw this, I had to pick it out, because again, when you got the green baits and everything else, a lot of people like dipping their baits into chartreuse, kind of like paint, to attract the bass, because bass do like chartreuse colors. But again, GOOGAN baits comes through. This is a KRACKIN crawl that we're using right now. But if you notice, you got green pumpkin on this side, and you flip it over, and it literally looks like the stuff that you dip on your baits there. It's just saving you the mess, because most of the times you spill it and get it all over your hands, and now you got a yellow hand all day long. And I hate scrubbing that stuff out, man. It's not fun. But let's get a few bombs out here. I gotta watch out for this stick that's rolled out here into the water here. I gotta stay away from that a little bit. But we'll get that bomb out there and see if we can try to get a quick fish on with the crawl. Look, I already got a fish on already. Look. Yeah, he's moving. There you go, fish on already. First cast, guys. First cast. All right. Little one. He's fighting though. First cast. That could be promising, guys, man. There might be a big one roaming around there somewhere. All right. So look, we caught that on the first cast, as I said, 16 times. During the week, it took me 3 hours to get to something that size. But nice looking fish. Get him back on its way. She's going. That fish really mangled that bait, man. Got it all twisted up and everything. How the heck that happened? But right on the drop, that fish had that bait. But I gotta take this with a grain of salt, because look, you can come out here and fish, catch a fish, first cast, and in 3 hours of nothingness. That's happened to me countless times. But let's keep the positivity on the end of the line, as I always tell you guys, and hope that we get some more. And again, we want them to get bigger in size, of course. All right, so it looks like I'm gonna have to downsize in the weight that I have right here. You can see it's picking up a lot of the angel hair. I might even go weightless right now. That's probably gonna be the best thing to do right now. Again, there's hardly any wind at all, so I should be able to get away with that. So give me a couple seconds. Let me go weightless first to see how that goes, and then if I had to put a little tiny weight on there, we'll do that. All right, let's get our new KRACKIN Craw here. Kind of replaced the one that had lost that appendage because it was kind of torn up at the top there by the bend of the hook. Hook her up. Let's see how far we can get out there with it being weightless. I can feel the humidity already, man. It's one thing I don't like about Delaware is the high humidity. It is atrocious. And for a portly guy like me, man, you got to stay hydrated all the time, man, in this state. No joke. All right, let's get back out there. Yeah, it's fairly good distance there. But the reason you go weightless here is because obviously you're just using just the natural weight of the bait here. And you can see all the muck that's underneath the water right here. With the weights, it's gonna bring it down underneath that, and that's why you're getting that toupee look on the end of the bait there when you have those weights on there. So with it being weightless, it sits on top of that. It doesn't sink. So you're skimming across the top of the algae right there, which is the effect that you want. Again, you know, the con is you're losing distance to where you want to cast. Of course, the con is you can't cast in the wind if it's a decent amount, because it is weightless, is going to blow all over the place. But you got to get with the pros, man. If you got to do what you got to do to get in a spot that you need to be in without getting all kinds of crap on there, and you got to dig all that nonsense off to get that big in, then do it. And it does a natural slow fall too. You'll see when it comes up over here. I'll bring it over here. You can see it naturally slowly falling down, and that's what this bass go after, is that drop. See it? They're going to attack that. So you really don't want to put a lot of hard hits on it, just enough to jig it, because it doesn't take much for it to come up and go down. Yep, there's a fish right there. Fish on. There you go. All right. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Those are the slight adjustments that you have to make to get fish on the end of the line. Might be in a dink fest today, but you know what? I'm not crying about it today, man. It's probably going to be about quantity today. Where I think we'll have our bigger size bass at, again, it's going to be right over here in the opening, and I'm going to explore a little bit. You can see the point that's right out over here. There's a fish right on line as we're speaking. There we go, another one. All right, on the drop, guys, on the drop. All right. So 3 fish in a row off the same bait, off the same color. That's a pattern. You can see the appendages are absolutely destroyed already. Man, nice hook set right on the roof of the mouth right there. That fish was going nowhere. But anyway, getting back into my talk right here, I'm gonna walk over here because we're obscured by that tree. You normally see us go right here. We're gonna fish in that area, of course. But that point right there, there's a couple openings there, and I'm gonna try to possibly get out there with my waders to see if I can get out beyond that point right there and fish along that shoreline. And of course, I wanna try to see if I can get out further out in the pond, because normally you see me casting under this tree to the right-hand side, that big thick green tree right there. whipping underneath in there, and I want to try to get away from being there and get out of there and try to get further and deeper into the pond to the left, because there are stumps that are out there and there's bass like laying right next to those stumps. That's where I think that jiggle will come into play, because it's a little bit heavier and I can cast it out a little further as opposed to what we're doing right here, fighting with the dinks. But again, we're going to try to get some fish on just to get my level of happiness up. But we got 2 KRACKIN crawls left, and then it's off to the banditos. No doubt the banditos will bring fish on the end as well too. One thing I'm getting is more confident on this new rod here that I have. That's the Abu Garcia Veritas PLX. I was kind of gingerish on it because I didn't know what kind of power I could put behind this rod right here, because again, it's half the size and thickness as my other Veritas that I can really unload on that rod. But apparently this one is supposed to be more stronger than the other one with the technology that they use in here. Again, I'll click a link to this rod right here. You guys can go into the description field and find out about the specifications about this and what you can use on it. This one right here is a fast, medium, heavy, as I mentioned before. It is a 6'10" rod, and I really love it because I mean it's lightweight. That's kind of what's throwing me off of how light it is as opposed to the other one, because it feels kind of stout and heavy and it looks like it can just take some action. But we're gonna put this one to the test. We'll know once we hit one of those big fat green bean bags if this thing can truly hold up. Help me bring positivity down the rod, down the line, into the bait. Can you guys help me out get that big fat green bean bag today? Anything over 3 pounds, that'll get me going. There's a bass literally swimming right here. You probably can see it right here. About a ½ pound, staring literally right at me right now. See him moving? Right there where my finger's at. He's trying to check me out and saying, hey, look, should I bite this bite? He's shallow too. He's right over there. It looks like he's on a bed potentially. Let's see if he swoops after this bait. He's there. He went right for it, right for it. Oh, right straight for it that fish went. Oh boy. And he got one of my claws, little punk. Yep, he's sitting there. He's still there. He's back. He's back. He's looking at it. He's right here, right straight ahead of me. He's looking at it. He is literally eyeballing it. He's sitting up under this patch of algae right here. I'm just doing this for the fun of it, guys. Again, it doesn't matter to me if it's a giant or not. Put my glasses on. I'm sitting there trying to search in the glare and I got my glasses right on my head. Oof, the wind blew that one there. We'll futz around with him for a couple seconds. Wait for him to come back around. He's swimming away. He got tired of me. And that little flurry right there. We're not getting anything else out here in the open anymore. Oh, he's back. All right, the bass is coming there, and I got the bait coming right in its general direction right now. He's got it. He's got it. Yes. You sucker. That's a pounder, guys. I got his butt. All right, that was awesome. When I was doing the little crawl, it came and the crawl was coming up, and as it was falling down, he came from right over here, right to where that patch was at, and destroyed it. Guys, I don't even care if I caught a big one that was worth the price of admission right there. Sight fishing is awesome. But he's salty. I know he is. All right, we got the bait out. We're gonna go ahead and put him back in the water and let him get back over to here in this bed activity. Hopefully this is not as soft as it was over there. And you can see the fish swim off. I'm gonna try to get right in this opening here, guys. But this fish is feisty and it's ready. Thank you. He's right there, right at the patch. Boom, good deal, guys. That's why fishing's fun. All right, now that we're done playing with the dinks, we're gonna go over to the other side and do a little bit of exploring too as well. Thankfully, we're starting to put something together here. This is the most productive out of the whole week I have been. I think what I'm gonna do is not be lazy and walk. We got stickies I gotta worry about. Frog jumped over there. Can't walk through there. Let's backtrack a little bit. Again, we're just exploring. I don't know if we can get into here or not, guys, so just hang in there with me. All right, let me put these two rods down somewhere. Probably put them right here. Frog ain't gonna do us no good, and the jig ain't gonna do us no good right now. I'm trying to find somewhere where I can grab firmly if I have to. Oh, look at this, guys. I'm not gonna move suddenly, but this is what I'm talking about. When you're out, you have to be careful of nesting geese. I'm gonna slowly turn to my left-hand side. The hens never make any noise. They hunker down low down to the ground, and there's probably gonna be a male somewhere around here because they were fighting out here earlier, a couple of them. But I'm gonna swing around real slowly and look right down in the shade line and the canopy. I'm gonna put my rod here so I'm pointing right at it. See the goose right there? She's sitting there nesting and warming up her eggs right there, but we're gonna not be sudden and just walk away and let her do her thing. You don't wanna stress the animals out. Woo! Of course, as I'm falling through a hole, but I'm so glad the male wasn't there because that would have sucked, because they hiss and they hoot and they flap them wings out and they will come after you. I've had that happen a couple times on me. But let me try to see what kind of ground we've got going on here. I got a big branch I can kind of grab onto a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't, oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you don't put pressure on it. Totally rotted out branch. I'm trying to remain as motionless as possible. I've got 3 bluegills and 2 bass eyeballing this thing moving around right now. That bass is gonna go for it, guys. Wow. He's on there. Come on, bass, get that bait. He's got it. I think he's got it. He's got it. Yes. Oh! He went straight for the bait there, man. But that's what I got. So that's what's triggering these bass right now. Again, nothing big. Again, I'm not worried about size, man. I'm just worrying about entertainment value, and that's them striking. I'm doing sight fishing right now, which is something we don't get to do a lot here because most of these ponds are always cloudy all the time. And the fluttering down. Once it flutters down, they see those appendages moving. That's what they're keying on as soon as it touches bottom. But we'll get these appendages off here. I don't know if the same one will come back at it again, but there's 2 other ones that are right in the area that came right along with it. But it's neat seeing them come right after bait, and you can see it happen right in front of you real time. I'm talking about me. One day I'm gonna get a polarizer on here so you guys can see that fish. Here we go. Fish on. Oh, that's a decent one. That's a decent one. Yes. Yes. That's one of the 3 that were rolling around. Bandito. Bandito. All right. Come on, stop. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's the biggest one so far today, guys. A little over a pound. He's feeding up a little bit. He's got a nice little stomach going on. But let's go ahead and get this fish on the way. Oh, he's ready to go. Hold on, buddy. Yep. She gone? There she goes. I'm gonna pop my way out of here. There's another part of this pond right here. There's actually open lot that I'm gonna try to pop on. Hopefully nobody gets on me about it, because again, there's nothing built there. And there's a body of water there. I'd like to try to throw that bandito bug in there just to see what kind of size fish are in there. It looks kind of shallowish, but it looks kind of like a perfect area for a fish to bed in. All right, so here's this open field that I'm talking about. I've driven past this, and I really never stopped to even take a look at it. But fish might be back in here if they're bedding. But we got nobody looking at us right now. Hopefully we don't get kicked off, but we're gonna try it anyway. But I'm curious to see what kind of bass are over in this section right here. It looks like it's an extension of the pond that we were just at. And there was a whole bunch of beds there because I came here, but it was super windy, so I wasn't able to throw anything out here. But today it's much more calmer, and I would be curious to see what, if anything, hits on the end of this line here, this bandito bug. Let's get a couple casts out and just try it out. Fish on. He hit it on a drop. Oh, it's a decent one. All right, there's a bass in there, guys. There you go. Whoa, look at the patches on this bass, guys. Holy crap. Look at this. How weird is that? All right. That was a slam right there. I saw it as soon as it dropped. But all kinds of crazy dark markings right here. Look at that. You can tell they're bedding. You can see the red in the tail right there. But look at this side. Absolutely unique pattern here. Nice. All right. Well, that's good. Sometimes intuition pays off, folks. There you go, fish on. Oh, that's a decent one. That's a decent one. Definitely a decent one. All right. Oh, that's the biggest one of the day, guys. Nice. All right. All right. Woo. That one definitely gave me a fight. All right. Biggest one of the day. You can see again the tail is red, so they are bedding out here because there's plenty of them out here. But man, oh man, it was worth all of that effort fishing all those dinks to get a decent sized fish today. But let's go ahead and get this little mama back on its way. Whoa, I literally sunk in about 5 feet of water right there. But she's gone. I gotta do it. If they're that super aggressive off of that bait right there, you know they're gonna be aggressive enough to hit that buzz bait. So let's get a couple casts out. Let's try to end out with a bang. Do we end up with a big bang at the end? Who knows? Here we go. This water's shallow enough and it should be warm enough. Oh, big hit. Oh my goodness gracious. That was a solid giant hit there. Wow. There you go, finally got one off the Buzzbait, guys. First one of the year. Oh, it's a decent one. Oh, it's the biggest one so far. Oh, yes. Big fat green bean bag, guys. There it is. There's the big fat green bean bag of the day. Maybe 2.5 pounds, potentially. Absolutely destroyed that buzzbait. This is not the biggest one to hit today. There was one out there that was a gigantic splash, but we're definitely going to get a weight on this bugger. Same thing, red tail going on there. Okay, we're all zeroed out right here. Open our clip up and get the official weight. Let's see what we got going on here. Not too bad. 2.27 is the highest I saw. But definitely is bedding Look, you can see like all of the red right here. It's all translucent. But let's get that fish on the way. We got bigger ones to fry. Alrighty then. All right, we're gonna move all the way down here where we were getting all these strikes. It's off to the right-hand side. I don't want to have to sit here and try to whale that bait out. I obviously want to cast in the shortest distance I could possibly do. But I want to try to come in a little bit different angle than where we were casting from. But they're all on this backside. The wind's blowing left to right. There you go. There you go. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a good one. Nice. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, he came off. I had him pinned. There we go. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Got him up out of that junk. There you go. Boom. Another one. Wow. I have never had a day of so many aggressive bass destroying this buzzbait. Now you know I stick with the black blue. Again, I always get the sexy shad out there too, and the chart crawl. But this one just, for whatever reason, again, because of the silhouette, brings them in. My arms are tired. I think I threw about 8,000 casts here. I just can't not stop fishing. I don't get tired of catching fish. But you got to know when to call it quits. There's another one. Oh, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. That's definitely a, oh my God. Oh my God. There you go, guys. Big fat one, well over 2 pounds. Boom. Another chunk, guys. Big fat green bean bag again. Awesome. Yes. The effort was well worth it. There you go. Pretty, man. Boom, solid day of fishing. All right, here we go. We got a spot right here. Gotta aerate her up a little bit. All right. Let's see if she goes right now. Come on, baby. There she goes. Boom. Yes. I'm dehydrated, I'm parched, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna call it quits, but I put a whole lot of effort in here. Boy, did it pay out, man. Things changed on a dime, on a slight whim. We were over here. You can see just a glimmer. I'm gonna kind of focus it in if I can, like bring it into you. The pond is over there. That's where we were just fishing at, but there's a little channel that comes right across here and then opens up into this small pond area. It's kind of almost like a nursery because there's beds all over the place here. I didn't see any bluegills here, but I caught a couple bass on the Bandito bug. And I said, man, it's too warm. That water's too shallow. You know that water's gonna be warm, and I'll bet you these fish are gonna be aggressive because they were just snatching up on that Bandito bug. So I made the gamble, rolled the dice, got that Strike King Banshee series buzzbait out there with that electric shad swim bait on the end of it, and it was history. We smashed the crap out of those fish. We even got a big fat green bean bag on the end of the line, in my mind, for today. Wowie wow. So the Topwater bite is going on. 1st of May, guys. There you go. Anybody in Delaware, start putting them in your car. But we're gonna be carrying that around with us from now on, since we know those fish are willing to bite that bait. But we missed that gigantic one. It was a big boil that smashed the bait, and I completely missed it. Had him in a good 3 or 4 5 pounder, I would gather. Sorry, my mouth is dry. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I hope you loved this episode as much as I loved it as soon as it picked up. like, subscribe, push that notification bell, share this video out. Guys, don't forget, you got episodes here right on my right-hand side. Continue the journey in our channel. Have a great weekend. Hopefully you're catching your big fat green bean bags. And as always, guys, fish on.